Welcome to the presentation of University Kaiserslautern, Technische Universität Kaiserslautern. This is our German name. I am Parja Memar, and I'm the director of the Department of International Affairs and also lecturer in the Department of Architecture. Kaiserslautern is a big city in Germany and is located in southwestern of Germany. It's close to Frankfurt. As you can see, around 2 hours with a train, you can reach Frankfurt, where you probably arrive. And it is also close to cities like Paris. That's the location of our university. And you can see here some picture of our campus. Our university is a mid-sized university in Germany, and we have around 30,500 students and around 3,000 international students from many countries. We have around 110 study programs. You can study at our university almost everything: bachelor, master, and PhD, or work as a postdoctorate, as a researcher, and something like that. We have international taught programs, German, English taught programs, 17, and they have also different majors, around 30, 35 majors, and we are looking forward for new other programs too in other fields. I will show you later a list of our international programs. And we have, besides this 17 international master programs, also 2 PhD programs, English taught PhD programs. And we have around 1,500 academic and scientific staff and around 220 professors. We are a state university, and so as you can see, the most part of our budget is state financed. We have 12 departments, and as I said, it's a university of science and technology. It means we have mostly programs, departments in the field of engineering and natural sciences. Maybe you will find here a discipline, a field which is related to your background or you are interested in. I mentioned we have international master programs with different majors. You can see here in this slide those programs. For example, in the Department of Biology, we have one master program, but different majors. So you can apply for every of them. That's not, you can apply for 2, 3 of them if it somehow fit to your background, your bachelor degree. And the same goes for other programs that we have in the Department of Computer Science, Electrical and Computer Engineering, and we have a program which is mostly related to mechanical engineering. As you can see, that's an interdisciplinary study program, Commercial Vehicle Technology, and also Department of Mathematics has also 5 programs. Department of Physics and our Social Science department has 1 program, Cognitive Science, and we have also another program, Border Studies, which is also an interdisciplinary program, and you can apply for that with a background of spatial and environmental planning, or sometimes also architecture and development, city development, urban development could be also a fit. You can apply for this program. I mentioned the program Commercial Vehicle Technology, which is a program, a real interdisciplinary program, and has some part of mechanical engineering modules, also electrical engineering and computer science engineering modules, but also has a small part of social science, which is also important for the production of new commercial vehicles. And like many of our other programs, it is a program which is um, related to a research center. And in this case, it is the Commercial Vehicle Technology Research Center, which is also a big cluster, research cluster for commercial vehicle in Germany, a very important, renowned center, and has also cooperation and collaboration with other research institutes. So it means, for example, in this program, you will have one semester a mandatory internship, and normally you will find the internship in one of those partners, companies that are working with, which are working with one of our research partners here mentioned. I know that you are also interested in Japan in architecture. We have the opportunity, you can study bachelor or master. You can also work on a PhD, but there is not a structured PhD program. You have to apply for a PhD position in the Department of Architecture if you are interested. And the program, the study program architecture is in Kaiserslautern at our university, a mix of construction and design. So it is not from both our part, you will get almost the same amount of knowledge, of course, with the background of architecture history and architecture theory. If you have any question regarding to that, you can also ask me, because I'm also a lecturer there and I can directly help you with your questions. We have a Department of Social Sciences. It is a supportive department, and we have an international master program there, cognitive science. You have already seen that in the list of our international master programs, but you can also apply for a program which is an integrative art. It is of social science. So you can find very different disciplines of social sciences, for example, politics, psychology, and philosophy, and so on, also in this program. And up to your interest and your focus, you can decide to have a part as a major, a discipline as a major, and you can study bachelor or master. Uh, these programs are German taught. We have also double degrees or joint degree. Joint degree, you have probably seen or read in the list of our master programs. You can study at our university, for example, for 1 year, and you will study 1 year at another university, for example, in England or in Norway. We have partners that you can decide to go and study 1 year there. And then you will receive a joint degree from all those universities signed by them all. And the same goes for double degrees that you can study, for example, in the Department of Mechanical and Process Engineering or Department of Civil Engineering. You will start with one of our study programs in the Department of Civil Engineering, for example, and then you can, for example, study in France at our partner university, and will stay for 1-2 years, and you will get a degree from our university and a degree from our French partner university. But for the beginning, you have to apply for one of our programs in the Department of Physics, or for example, civil engineering. And then you can, during your study, apply for these double degrees. So I told you about what we have. If we have something that is interesting for you, lucky us. But you are also lucky because Kaiserslautern is also a very good university, and there are several reasons that why you should come to Kaiserslautern and study at our universities, at our university in Kaiserslautern. For example, we have a very good quality of education. Our graduate programs, for example, we have a lot of collaboration with the research institute and with the industry, so you can get a lot of knowledge and information firsthand. And we have a lot of English taught programs, so you don't need to know German language in our head. You can learn, of course, here German. We have also German courses, but you can go for our international programs and apply without knowing even one word German. So it is a big advantage. And I mentioned already that we have a lot of collaboration with industry and research partners, and you will benefit from that. For example, your project, your study projects, your master thesis, your bachelor thesis could be a project which has some part of our project from with the industrial partner. That would be for later, of course, later when you're looking for a job position, also a big advantage. And during the study, you will get, because of those projects that we already have, research projects that we have, or practical projects, we get some contracts from different partners, industrial partners, or from the cities, um, ministries, and so on, to prepare something, to provide something. And we have a lot of projects, and these projects, they would need the support of student assists. We need a lot of student assistants. They can work, they should work on the same project and help us to finish and work on those projects. If you have question, you can anytime write your question and send us the question, and my colleagues, they will answer you. Please prefer English so we can answer. Otherwise, I will ask our colleagues in Tokyo to translate it for us, and then we can answer. So I told you about a lot of job opportunities during the study. I mean, really during your study, you can work, for example, for 4-6 hours a week in a research department, a research group. And so you will have a little bit pocket money, and also you will have a lot of precious experiences regarding your field. And later on, you can use it, for example, for your CV and for your next position for your career. We have very good rankings results. TU Kaiserslautern, Technische Universität Kaiserslautern, is a very young university, and for that we have already very good results. Some of them you can already see here in which fields we have very good rankings. Also, our study programs or in Germany, they have very good ranking results. And as a mid-sized university and a campus university, you will get a very, very good, excellent, and personal support, which is in a very big university with 40,000 students, maybe not the case. Recently, I have exactly calculated this, and I've seen that we have for every for 8 students, 1 supervisor. So academic, research staff, and professors that we have for every we have for 8 students, at least one supervisor, which can support you with your study program and other matters of the study and your education. We have a very strong structure. Infrastructure is very international at our university, but we have also very strong support structure for international students. So if you have any problem, any question, um, our team would take care of you, and we will help you to find, for example, a flat. We will help you with your visa issues and very other issues that you may have. And very interesting, Kaiserslautern is a very uh, moderate city regarding your cost. It is actually the living cost is very low, and we have no tuition fees. We have maybe 2, 3 international programs, which is also actually distance education program, and these 2, 3 may have those kind of very moderate tuition fees, but mostly our programs, I would say, from 110, 100 of them, they don't have any tuition fees. The city is very safe, is a secure city, and as we have a lot of international students and colleagues, to professors and scholars, it is an international campus. So I told you it is living cost is very moderate and low. To have an impression, we have an average here, a list of the cost that you may have, and it's actually a higher average of what would expect you here in Kaiserslautern. For example, for accommodation, you will get also under 300 euro a flat, but we have the average of 300 euro here. Or for example, for health insurance, which is mandatory to have here in Germany, you pay monthly around 100 euro, and everything is with that covered. You will see some pictures of our city. I told you Kaiserslautern is a big city for Germany. Every city with more than 100,000 people is actually um, a big city in Germany, which for other countries maybe it is a bit strange, because 100,000 is actually not so much. And our city maybe has right now 100,005. So we are a big city. But still, as you can see, the city, it's some several pictures, the church, the downtown of the city. It is a nice city. I can recommend our city, and it is very good located, so you can travel from Kaiserslautern and visit a lot of other cities in Europe and in Germany. What we have to support our international students. I told you we have a good structure, a great structure. We take care of our international student. What is we have? We have a very strong and personal pre-departure communication. So even if you are not here yet, you will receive emails, and you can talk and give us a call and ask us exactly how can I reach Kaiserslautern from the airport in Munich or from the airport in Frankfurt, and we would tell you which bus you should get, and also we will pick you up from the train station, and if you want, we have also the your flat we have prepared, and we have get the keys, and we will pick you up and we'll drive you directly to your dormitory, and support regarding enrollment and everything like that. We have an orientation course, so you can learn German. Remember, I told you you can apply for our international programs, even knowing one word German language, but then you would be interested to learn a little bit German. So we have courses before the lecture time. You will also arrive a little bit earlier, and you will get the chance to visit those kind of course, super intensive or intensive course, and learn a lot of um, German language words and sentences. And you will also we have need to know sessions, we have excursions, we have welcome party, farewell party, and a lot of other events that would be very interesting for you, cultural and social networking events. And during the study, we will also take care of you. So all the time you can come back to me, to my colleagues, and the ISGS, Department of International Affairs, and if you have any questions. But we have also excursions. For example, we will visit different industrial plants, and we have intercultural weekends and workshops that I would recommend to participate, and you would learn a lot during those events and support with our support that we offer. And we have a graduation ceremony for all our international students that in the last years we could also have it live, that your families, your friends, they could um, watch the ceremony live. And financial support is also available. For example, we have scholarships. For example, there is a Deutschland Stipendium scholarship. Meanwhile, we have a lot of students, international students, that they have already received this scholarship. You can apply, of course, for DAD scholarship, also from Japan directly, and some programs that we already have. I told you, joint degrees, those kind of Erasmus Mundus program, or this program, these programs, double degrees with France. There are also scholarships for the time that you would be, for example, in France. Or for this Erasmus Mundus programs, we have scholarships, European scholarships, for example, for those programs, MX and MZ. But of course, you can work on the research projects that we have, and we have several research institute on campus or very close to campus, and you can get these student assistant jobs. So you will get a little bit money, and you will get a special experience, and you can also finance, of course, a part of your study. Where you can work at a university, for example, in the Department of Physics, you can work as a tutor, you can work in the laboratory and support students. Or, for example, you can also work in the library, or, for example, in a department like our department, Department of International Affairs. We have, I would say, just in our department, we have every year around 25, 30 student assistants. They will help us to have these excursions or to prepare our workshops. As I mentioned, we have a lot of events, and we need of course the support of our student assistants. And of course, the research institute, the affiliated research institute, for example, in Kaiserslautern, that is Science Alliance network, which includes a lot of different research institute like Fraunhofer, Max Planck Institute, and so on. And you can work during your study, visit a lecture, and then go to your, for example, to the Department of Physics, to the laboratory, come to our office, or go to the Research Institute, Fraunhofer Institute, which is 5 minutes by foot away from your lecture hall, and will work for 2 hours or 3 hours a day. And then for the whole week, for example, you will work 8 hours or 6 hours per week, and you will have you can there's a good support, financial support for your study and living in Kaiserslautern. For example, here you can see the network of Science Alliance, which I mentioned, and we will have you can work, for example, in one of those research institute beside working at a university, if you are interested. And of course, there is also a lot of fun. You can visit the sports center. We have almost every kind of sport that you're interested in Kaiserslautern, or for example, if it's not possible to do it exactly in Kaiserslautern, but there are courses that you will leave Kaiserslautern and with our sports center, and we'll have this sport for 2 weeks in an intensive form in somewhere else. For example, skiing, if you are interested in that. And then there are sports that maybe we don't have the facilities or the locations then, but there are programs in our service support sports center that you can enroll for that, register for that, and then you will visit the course. Or climbing, for example, climbing course, we don't have mountain here, so it would not be possible to learn climbing, but there are courses for that you will get a slot time, and then you will have an excursion, and then you can practice. Yeah, we have libraries, we have a lot of food facilities, canteen, and we have an international club, which is a possibility, also a place that you can meet other international students, also German students, and have cultural events or small fairs or every other event that you may think that is interesting. You can participate, but you can also arrange something like that. We have even a small foreigner office on campus, so you don't need to go somewhere else for your visa problems, questions. As you see, we have a lot of services here on campus. It is an international campus, I told you. We have more than 20% international students on campus. We have international student groups, we have cultural groups, international cultural groups, and we have international club, I mentioned that. And yes, we have also a lot of information in English and many other languages that you can find and read if you visit our homepage. And here's some pictures of our international students from all around the world. Again, several impressions of our students on campus. We have the graduation ceremony. We have also other awards that we would give to our international students, and you can through your activities you can receive them, and you see some picture of those kind of events. I told you we have a lot of information. For example, if you check our homepage, you can find the testimonials of our students. They tell you about their experience in Kaiserslautern, their living experience in Kaiserslautern, and working, studying at the university. And we have also a YouTube channel. You can watch our videos, for example, the welcome party, and learn a little bit more about Kaiserslautern and Technische Universität Kaiserslautern. Yeah, even from Japan, we have a student who is in the film and will tell you about his experience in Kaiserslautern, very short, but at least a little bit something. Yeah, that's actually all what I wanted to tell you, and now I am open to your questions. So you can probably you have already sent some questions, and otherwise you can also use your headset microphone and just ask me any questions that you have. I would be happy to help you. And otherwise, if you cannot think of something, or for right now there is no questions, you can always send us an email or give us a call, and then we will answer. We will get back to you and we'll answer your questions. But I will be here, and if there is any questions, we'll be happy to answer. I would say we can wait a little bit and see if something happens, maybe 5 minutes or something like that. We have already had 4 minutes for the questions. And if there is any questions, then I just recommend to send us an email or give us a call, and we can also later answer any question. And don't be shy. You can ask almost everything. I see the question, how many students we have right now at our university from Japan. We don't have a lot of students right now, but it is around always something like 6, 8, 4. Always it's changing, but we have also a lot of scholars, many scholars that we have from Japan, and they are not enrolled, they are working. We have also visiting scholars, and I would say around 10, 15 scholars. They would be every year here in Germany at our university. And for every course, every program, I see there is a question regarding the language scores. It depends what you want to study. For every program, there are different kind of qualifications necessary. So it is not so easy to tell you, and it's not useful to tell you that you need, for example, this score it depends what are you applying for. But normally, if you go to the application page, the page that we have for every program, you will see exactly what is necessary that you at least should submit. For example, if it's German English taught program, then you must have a certain TOEFL score, but it is different for an Erasmus Mundus program. There it is higher, the score that you have to submit. But if you already know your program, for which program you want to apply, you can send us your question, then we can tell you exactly for this program the language requirement is exactly this, or which scores or which certificate you have to submit. 3 years for a double degree bachelor. I see the question is if it's possible to finish a double degree bachelor for 3 years. It is that is possible, but it is very very tough, I would say, because anyway, in this double degree, it is sometimes with bachelor and master together. So it is not so. It's not a bachelor program. It's actually combined, but that is also possible, of course. But in a double degree, it is also important to learn a little bit from the country that you are living there for a short time. So it means that you need to use the time also for to doing or have an internship in the other country, for example, in France, and that would be probably it would take more time. So, but generally, you have 1 year to study in the other partner university in the other country, and so it is given in the program. You wouldn't need more than necessary for the program. I would say that. I would summarize the question maybe this way. I hope I have answered the question. Otherwise, you should exactly send me which program you are looking for. Then I can tell you for that program it is possible to do it in 3 years, or it is a combined program, master and bachelor, and it's not possible. So as you see, it is always important to know exactly which program are you asking for. For every program could be different. You're asking about my PhD, my degree, doctoral degree. My field is preservation of old building and also architecture theory and history of architecture. So that is the field that I have done my PhD also here in Kaiserslautern at our university, and now I'm also lecturer there. So I have answered this question. I don't understand exactly the question. As for double degree, do I have to decide what I would combine to study when I apply for university application? No. Okay, I understand now the question. If you want to study, if it's joint degree, that's another question. But for double degrees, it is you apply for the Department of Civil Engineering, for the Bachelor of the Department of Civil Engineering, or for the Bachelor of the Department of Physics. And then in the first year, it depends. Is it physics? Is it the program of Department of Civil Engineering? But you should inform yourself, and then there is a process. If you have to apply for it in the second semester or first semester, then you apply for this double degree form, and then you would get an admission. There are some kind of also requirements, for example, your scores, and then you can go for this double degree program. I guess, okay, maybe there's another question. Unfortunately, we don't have. The question is if we have any civil engineering program English taught. No, we don't have, unfortunately. The list of our English taught programs you have seen already. But I hope, I don't know if you want to apply right now. Right now, we don't have an English taught program for civil engineering. We have modules, we have lectures, which you can visit. For example, if you are an exchange student, you can apply for, visit them, but the program is right now a German thought program, so you cannot study it just in English. The question, how many foreign students we have? On a campus, we have also a distance education department, which is the second largest university in Germany. But so one part of our students, they are not on campus, but every fourth students on campus is an international student. And more than 20% of our students are international right now. It's changing. We had also last year around 26%, but right now, you know, Corona, and we have also now a little bit less international students enrolled at our university. I'll check if there's another. There's a question. You are considering for application to more than one universities. Is it possible to keep the exception waiting for the others? And how long do you set the duration of for acceptance? It depends again. It depends. For example, if you are applying for a master program, it depends if it's international or if it is German thought. But normally, there are programs that we, from the beginning, we would give you 2 semesters. It is available for 2 semesters, your admission, for some programs, not for all of them. And for the German thought programs, for international programs, there are, for example, 2, 3 programs with, I would say, 6, 7 majors that you can do it from the beginning. With the others, you can ask if you can extend, if we can extend this admission, and you, for example, would arrive then, would take the next semester. If there is a second semester, because for example, we have, not every program has 2 intakes. If there is just 1 intake every year, then you have to wait 1 year. For example, that is for the department of, for the program of commercial vehicle technology, the case that we have just 1 intake, and at the semester, the academic year is starting with the academic year, and you can just start with the program every October. Of course, you will arrive a little bit earlier because we have this orientation course. You will arrive in August, but you cannot keep the admission and say I would wait and will want to use it for the next intake, and for example will arrive in March. And yeah, how long does it take? Or for German programs, it depends again. Always, it depends which program are you applying for. If you are, I would suggest that send us an email. Which program are you looking for? And we would give you an estimate answer, which could be somehow really a correct answer for your case. And normally it is for international master programs. After the deadline, we need almost 2 weeks up to 4 weeks to send the admissions. So after the deadline, and the deadlines are different for every program. Could be for English taught programs or for PhD programs. There are different kind of deadlines. That's what I can tell you. Deadlines. That's what I can tell you. Yes, I guess my colleague is answering the question what we have in a dormitory. We have even now a film, a video, visit our YouTube channel, and you will see some kind of pictures from the room in the dormitory. But for example, if you have a shared flat, for example, the kitchen would be a common place. But in Germany, it's like that everybody has at least a room and with, for example, the table, maybe a small bookshelf, and yeah, a bed. But if it's furnished, if you apply for a place outside of the dormitory, it could be possible that it's not furnished, and then you need other items that you have to provide by yourself, which is for international students, of course, not a good option, but it is, of course, also possible. And if it's a shared apartment, you will have the kitchen, and the bathroom, for example, is a shared space. So you there are 2-3 persons, normally the same gender. So I mean it would be a flat of girls or a flat for boys, and they would have the kitchen and use the bathroom also in the apartment. And sometimes there's also maybe a common room for gathering and so on in the apartment. I guess we have already answered all questions. It's nice to have so many questions. And if you have more, we would be happy to answer them. I have the question if some courses are limited acceptance. Okay, I see there is another question, but as the time is actually our time is over, so I cannot answer anymore. But we will note the question, and maybe you can send it to us also, the email address you already had. And thank you very much. We would be happy to have you and welcoming you here in Kaiserslautern. And I wish you a good day. Maybe you want to visit other seminars. Thank you. Bye.